Good morning, Formula 1 fans. Qualifying in Australia is a wrap, and George Russell takes pole, followed by Kimi Antonelli. The two Mercedes getting a front row lockout and nearly 8 tenths ahead of third place. They are setting the benchmark for 2026. But third place is that second Red Bull car. Red Bull finally managed to get themselves a driver that can handle working in that second Red Bull. Hopefully it looks like it. It could have been a better day for Red Bull if Verstappen's car didn't try to kill him. The rear of the Red Bull, the rear axle just locked up and sent Verstappen straight into the barriers, ending his qualifying in Q1. Great. Yep, I definitely got up at 3:30 in the morning for that. Anyway, it wasn't all plain sailing for Mercedes though. Kimi Antonelli having a big shunt in FP3, and that resulting in the Mercedes team struggling to get that car ready for qualifying. Although Verstappen's instant into the wall managed to bring out the red flag and give Mercedes the vital minutes that they needed to get Kimi Antonelli back onto the track. And I mean, fair play to put in a lap that quick after just getting the car together. It wasn't fully together, they never had any GPS in the car. So fair dues to Mercedes and Kimi Antonelli, a brilliant drive there. Ferrari, who have been looking strong all the weekend, were looking strong in qualifying until we got to Q3, and it looks like they were suffering some sort of deployment issue with the battery. Hopefully they can get that resolved for tomorrow. I'm sure the Ferrari team will be looking into that as we speak. We also had a brilliant performance for Audi, who are supplying their own engine, making their own engine for this year. They managed to get a car into Q3. Gabriel Bortoleto managed to get the car through, although on his way back to the pit lane after Q2, the car broke. It was an issue with the engine, and it basically got stuck into neutral and he couldn't get it back to the pits himself, which meant the stewards had to grab the car, and that was him out of qualifying. And then we move on to Q3, and it looked like it was going to be all plain sailing, but Kimi Antonelli left the garage with the cooling fans still attached to his Mercedes, and then they came off halfway around the track. One landed in the grass, the other landing on the track, which Lando Norris collided with. It did seem like he just got a bit of minor damage, nothing major. I'm surprised he never got a puncture from it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll probably just see a fine given to the team for that incident. I don't think Antonelli will be penalised for that, although there is a chance he may be penalised for his pit lane infringement. I don't know. There have been a bit of a switch up with the way penalties will be given this year, so we will need to just wait and find out. I will keep you up to date with that. Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz never set a time, neither did Verstappen actually, so they will all be from the back of the grid. But yeah, that rounds up our first qualifying of 2026, and I will see you later.